Hi, my name is Dave Young from CryptoVest.com and this is Token Talk, your weekly overview of what's new and up and coming in the world of ICOs, where I take a few days, sift through the avalanche of ICOs coming out every week, the dross, the endless dross, and find a couple of projects that I would find interesting for investing in and dive deep. Now, just remember, this is an opinion piece. My opinion only. No paid slots, no sponsorships. If you wish to invest, you will need to do your own due diligence. Now, ICO is a very time-sensitive game. If you want to keep up with what's coming out, find the most interesting prospects first, you probably want to subscribe to our channel. Now, this week we have Tolar HashNET, beyond blockchain technology, and we have COTI,
the currency of the internet.
Tolar. Now they want to do distributed ledger as a service. Think Ethereum, think Icon. Also recently in the same sort of class, you've had credits, Wanchain, Zebi, Quarkchain, Zilliqa. Some of them have done pretty well. So this is a good asset class to be in at the moment. Now they talk about beyond blockchain technology, which is a nice marketing line, but also refers to they are actually using a blockchain. They're using Hashgraph or something based on Hashgraph technologies. Think Hedera Hashgraph, the original one, and they're coming up to ICO soon as well. Now, they've got their own version of it. It runs on DAG, Direct Acyclic Graph. And yeah, it's all very nice. You talk about this, bigger throughputs, does everything, makes the tea in the morning even, but well, these guys, they've actually got an MVP. So they've gone a different way about it, got this MVP up, they've put it on a live demonstration video across a few countries, and they claim to have reached 130,000 transactions per second. So that was a good start. Then you move on top of that, they're starting to get some traction. People are chattering about it in the right places. They've not had any airdrops or bounties. They had a slot on Ian Bellina's Budapest tour for pitch up, and they won that competition, and now they're starting to get a lot more support from that same celebrity. So it's all, and they've also reduced their hard cap or altered it back into ether, so it's quite reasonable at the moment. So with all these factors, they've got quite a natural good rhythm at the moment. They come from Croatia. Well, most of the team comes from Croatia. They are obviously an international bunch. Take a look through the team, all seems stack up, maybe a little bit light on some of the blockchain experience, but hey, these guys are performing. You look through, there's Drazen Kapusta, seems to have come from the Kortrugli Business School, good blockchain credentials there. One of the programmers was a Facebook programmer, Igor Jakovic, and it all seems to be in order there. Then you get to the advisors, and it's a little bit strange. 14 advisors listed there, and 11 of them, just a name and a photograph. No explanation or no reason why they're there. A little bit unusual. Then we come to the white paper, very well laid out, good structured arguments, made some good technical choices, lays out a convincing argument that they know what they're doing. The rest of the details, the business plans, spread across the website, which is very slick and polished, and the Telegram group, which is running at a very healthy 14,079 at the moment. Then we come down to the crowd sale. The hard cap is now being set at 45,000 ether. It's coming in at 22.5 million. That's good. The structure of the sale is 35% of the whole supply of tokens will go up for sale. Now, out of that, there was a private sale for looking for whales, as you might say, and pools. They were encouraging pools to come in. For the private sale, you had to be above 50 ether for a person and above 100 ether for a pool, and you got 20% bonus. And they put a big slab of the sale out there, 40% out there. Then there's the pre-ICO we're in now, 35% of that thing, and you get 10% bonus, and you have to be over 10 ether. Then we have the crowd sale, 3rd week of August at the moment, waiting for the exact date, and there's only 25%, so that's 8% of the whole thing, so it's a pretty small slot, and anybody's allowed that in. Now the vesting on the team's 2 years, that's good. The vesting, I think, is 6 months to 2 years on the bonus tokens, which means that the whales in at the first start, their bulk of their tokens, not the 20%, is free to get rid of straight away. So you need to note that. So with the whole sentiment, the way they're going, in the short term, the interest, the way it's moving is very positive. I would say my assessment for a flip is very bullish. In the mid to long term, I would say optimistic. They need to get a lot of talent on to build strong blockchain, get over the scaling problems, and that's going to be tough to do. They probably can do it. Then they're going to need a lot of partnerships. Now, at the moment, I don't see those partnerships being formed, being forced. There's still a lot of work to do, but definitely a very promising ICO and one to watch. And just to break things up this week, honourable mentions go to global disruptor of shipping patterns, ShipIt. They just had some very random moments in their promotional video. Made us smile here.
Oh, sorry. I just wanted to mail this tablet.
Do you have a package for the Empire? Let me handle your package.
You know what? I'm just gonna ship it.
Wait, no. The Empire's fucked.
Now, the second project that caught my eye for this week is COTI. Why did they catch my eye? Because it's got a very impressive team. They're very focused and they know exactly the sector they're aiming for. So they have a clear user case and they've assembled the skills to match that. Now, they are another blockchain as a financial service. They're going to be using DAGs again, directed acyclic graphs similar to IOTA. They seem to have a very well thought out offering, but at the moment, there's that many good offerings, that many new offerings on DAGs and similar, that just having a good offering on that is not enough to distinguish you from the market at the moment. So let's get over and let's have a look at the team, which is, as I said, quite outstanding on this one. Looking at the list, you've got Dr. Matt McBrady, former Chief Investment Officer at BlackRock, one of the largest investment funds in the world. Steve Hilbron, former CEO of Investec Bank, and lots of other names to impress there. Team is pedigree. CTO, Dr. Nir Haloni, former Head of Research at IBM. COO was HSBC auditor called David Asaraf. As you go down the list, you see they have a big team and a lot of talent on paper that seems well suited. The white paper is very well laid out. The technical solutions seem quite convincing. The website, very slick, very professional. They've got an alpha stage MVP coming out soon. They've been reaching out for partnerships. They've got a whole list of people that they're partnering up with, processing.com, Bancor Wings. They seem to understand the business side of things. They've got a lot of prospective partners. I think they've done thousands they had stacking up, interested in it, ready to go. And when you look at the overall thing, it's a complicated product. It gives hedging against cross currency volatility. I think it needs to be complicated because it's a hard thing to deal with. And I think they know what they're doing, but at this point, it does seem to get very complicated for a kind of mid-range retailer to be dealing with. Now we go on to the ICO sale. They've been in pre-sale. They've had 50,000 above to get in the pre-sale. A lot of pools in there. Been running for a while on that one, so it'll soak up a lot of demand. The crowd sale runs from 15th of August through the 1st of September. Hard cap is $30 million. Now, on my assessment of the thing, for a short-term flip, it's been running that long with the complexity of the offering and everything else. I'm going to say there's not going to be a lot of unmet demand, so I'm neutral on the flip. Now, we go for the long term. As an institutional investor, one of the bigger backers, I'd say this is the team they're going to deliver. But it could get very complicated and it's very hard to build this model. I can't see it going viral overnight. It's too complicated for the hedging options, what they have to look at for the mid-range retailers to burst open like that and get that big burst of success. It's going to be long, slow and steady if they make it. So as an institutional investor, great. As a ICO crowd sale investor for what I would call long term, no, I'd have to say neutral again. I'm Dave Young from CryptoInvest.com. This was Token Talk. If you like what we're doing, if you want to keep up with the ICOs, you want to be subscribing. Stay current, stay valid, stay tuned. Till next time.